Glad to have you guys tuning in. Glad to have everybody in the room, ready to chop it up like we always do. Before I get started, I gotta say, you guys check out the Kickstarter link for the American Maroon film. Go to my Kickstarter link on my profile and get involved with that film. But other than that, hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody had a cool Juneteenth celebration. Wanted to chime in on some things that I've been seeing during the Juneteenth celebration, and we've been touching on this for the last couple of weeks. Does it feel like there's a lot of groups trying to finesse off the reparations? They're finessing off Juneteenth and they're finessing off reparations, and they're using both things. We've already talked about how a lot of people are finessing Juneteenth. There was this one woman earlier. Let me show y'all the link. Let me put that link up real quickly. This one woman, I tweeted about this earlier, who put up something about Juneteenth. Where's that link? Hold on one second. Let me find it real quick. I'm going to put it in the Jumbotron. Where's that? Where's that? Come on, man. Oh, here it is right here. I'm going to put it in the Jumbotron. This one lady was up here talking about, yeah, black folks, if you want to get some for Juneteenth, everybody put your Cash App up. Put your Cash App up so everybody can get something for Juneteenth. And you look at her profile, that's the thing right up there in the Jumbotron. You look at her profile, that woman is damn Ethiopian. There's a damn Ethiopian flag. She has an Ethiopian flag and a divester wig. So I found that particularly disrespectful. See, these folks go out of their way to distance themselves from us. But boy, when it's time to eat off us, boy, the first one who pull up to the table with a plate. They pull up to the table with a plate first when it's time to eat off us. Any other time, we're all types of jareers and abids and akadas and all that. That's what I don't like. See, I don't like the when people only want to be on some we all black, we under the same umbrella when they want to get something out the game. When it's time for them to get something from us. I really don't like that. And we are right for calling that out. Now, what we're seeing now, we're seeing a lot of these non FBA groups having these reparations conferences and meetings. They're trying to have these reparations movements now. And what they're doing, and shout out to Juicy Genius, my sister, she sent me a link. Some of these folks, they're having this reparations conference or whatever, but they're mixing reparations with stuff that goes on in Africa. They're talking about we need reparations for slavery and colonialism. I want my family to watch the words that's being said out here. Watch these trick ass words that people are putting out here in the mix. When they start saying slavery and anything other than slavery is a finesse, family. I want you to be very clear. When we're talking about reparations and they say, oh, yeah, slavery was bad. And anytime and pops up, there's the finesse right there. Just already expect a finesse. There is no and. We don't need reparations for slavery and nothing. We just need reparations for slavery in America to foundational Black Americans. The minute you hear and, everything else is going to be neutralized for us. All right, I want y'all to understand, don't let nobody mix our reparations claim with nothing. Family, we, you, grassroots, whenever people are talking about, well, reparations, and we got to talk about how bad racism is and police brutality and all, when you watch that, because they're trying to mix our reparations up with a whole bunch of other stuff. See, they want our reparations to be the mule for all other groups too. We're not playing that game. Family, it is pivotal that you all and we all shut that stuff down immediately. Anything other than reparations for foundational Black Americans, specifically and only, it is not reparations. Shout out to my brother Spoken Word in here, my good brother. Anything other spoken reason. I said spoken word. Spoken reasons. My bad. I said spoken word. Shout out to my brother, Spoken Reasons. But like I said, anything other than reparations in the form of cash payments, by the way, specifically for foundational Black Americans, it is not reparations. Every little word they say about our reparations family, we have to scrutinize every single word, man. We cannot drop the ball. We have to keep our eye on the ball from top to bottom. This is how they got us on affirmative action in the 1960s. We sat up here and let them slip in one word that messed affirmative action all the way up. Affirmative action was supposed to be corrective action for foundational Black Americans. When it was time to pass the civil rights bill so they can have compensatory justice for Black people, right at the last hour, we let them slip in one word that just messed up reparations, messed up affirmative action and any tangibles for us for the last 60 something years. That word was minority. We let them slip in the word minority at the last minute, and then they redefined what a minority is. They said, yeah, we're going to give affirmative action to minorities, and that includes you Black people. And by the way, we are making white women minorities too. So look at how equal everything is. And we have not gotten a damn thing out of affirmative action or none of these other minority programs. We are on the back of the bus and last in line for all of these minority programs. We cannot play that game no more. Nobody gets mixed in with reparations, family. We have to keep our foot on the pedal as far as that. It ain't slavery and colonialism. It ain't slavery and police brutality. It ain't slavery and racism. They're going to mix in everything, just like that organization I talked about the other night on my broadcast. I talked about that M for Black Lives, Mission for Black Lives, or whatever, Movement for Black Lives, that organization, which is basically the same thing as Black Lives Matter. The same white people are behind it. It's a white organization with a Black sub organization, not really a Black sub organization. It's really a Black website. They got a bunch of Black folks on there holding up the Black Power fist, and they'll talk real blackety black and then start talking about what reparations should be for immigration, it should be for women's groups, it should be for prostitution. And, and that stood out to me too when somebody, there was something in there talking about there should be reparation for prostitution. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, that means Asian. Then I looked at that organization who's really behind it. It's an Asian woman. One of the chairmen of those organizations, it's an Asian lady. Whenever you hear them talking about they need to do something to relax the prostitution laws and compensate prostitution and all that means Asian all the time. That's all them Asian whorehouses. That's all in the hood. All of those massage parlors all over the place. That's them trying to give them protection. The government is trying to give them protection, and these groups are trying to give them protection. We better understand where these words are coming from. That's for Asians. Don't let nobody mix their stuff in with ours. We got to be very, very, very meticulous about gatekeeping our culture and what's supposed to be given to us. Let me get some folks in here to chop it up with me. Let's see what's on the family's mind. T.S. Giselle, Lord, I see you in here. What are you doing in here? Let's get Ja Love. Let's get Ja Love in here. What's up, Ja? Ja Love. What's up, brother? All right. Ja?
Hey, what's going on, Rick?
I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm a big fan, man. I'm okay, man. But I wanted to talk to you about those Asians, man, and these massage parlors. They just popping up all over the place, and no one's doing anything about it. Don't even speak on it, man. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
Oh
And
yeah,
look,
that they get protection. They're protected, man. They do every and anything in them damn parlors. Everybody knows it, and these massage parlors stay up for years and years and years. Every law enforcement turns a blind eye. The politicians and the prosecutors turn a blind eye to it. But
yeah,
they
man,
locking up everybody on the track. But go ahead.
I'm just calling from Houston, man, and it's crazy because you mentioned that because it's all over. It's like liquor stores around here, man. You see a damn massage house every block.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything about it.
Yes,
So,
indeed, and yeah, they're giving them protection. big time protection. And they and in those liquor stores and those little convenience stores, they be trapping out of those too. They be trapping out of the back of those. So it's a whole thing that they got going on. Let's get Yahid. Let's get Yahid in here. All right. Let's get Yahid. What's up, bro? And then we're gonna get Levante. All right. What's up? What's up, Yahid? Okay, Yahid. Janky phone. Or you having some issues over there? What's going on, bro? All right, listen. If you know your phone is janky, do not call up. Y'all just mess up the flow of everything, brother. You know good and well your phone is janky as hell.
I'm just listening, bro. I hit the button by mistake.
All right, there you go, man. Come on, brother. Come on, y'all don't hit these buttons by mistake. Y'all, this ain't even rocket science. Y'all can't be making mistakes on Twitter Live. Is this how y'all operate in real life? You're hitting buttons by mistake. You high in the middle of the night. Come on, man. Y'all leave that weed cut with fentanyl alone. That fentanyl laced weed is just not good for you. You'll just be doing stuff. We got to start being clear minded. Let's get real for a minute. We got to get our minds clear. We got to start focusing and being clear and watching what we're doing. Niggas just be doing anything. Oh, I hit the button, man. Hey, what's happening, man? I love what you do, though, dog. What's going on, man? I'm just chilling out here in Arizona and shit. No, man, come on. Let's focus. Focus, family. That's why I don't get high. Because I like to be focused. I like to know what's going on. I don't want to make no mistakes out here. I want to make sure everything is crystal clear out here. Levante, what's going on?
On God, Tariq, yeah, we fucking sober as shit. We FBA, all right. I'm getting my bunghole aired out right now by some white.
Okay, we got some homoerotic white supremacists in here. And that's why I made the movie Buck Breaking. Boy, the white supremacists are very homoerotic. That's a part of their culture. That comes from that Greco-Roman culture. You know, they call up trolling, but the trolling, there's a lot of truth in trolling. That's part of their culture. If you watch the movie Buck Breaking, we break that down, and these white supremacists, they've been very salty about me breaking down their history in the film Buck Breaking. That really hit a nerve with them, and this is their way of acting out. But hey, white supremacists, go hop on, sir, or white supremacists. Now you've seen Buck Breaking, right?
Of course, I've
Yes,
seen it
indeed.
twice.
Yes, indeed. So, why do you think your culture has been so seeped in homoeroticism?
I don't know, Tariq. I just like look at your profile picture and I just like want to get back.
Okay, I don't want to hear about your white supremacist fantasies. Now go ahead and eat you a mayonnaise sandwich and go to sleep. I don't want to hear white supremacist babble. All right, because your trolling isn't even that interesting. All right, let me get some more people in here. Let's get Abu, the researcher. Let's get Abu in here. All right, and then we'll get Wanto. Let's get Abu, and then we'll get Wanto in here. What's up, Abu? Wait. My bad. I had it muted. My bad. That's not you, Abu. That is me. Abu, what's up, brother? Abu, turn your microphone on, sir. All right, we will have to get back to Abu. Let's get to Wanto. Wanto, turn your microphone on.
Hey Tariq, what's up? How are you?
I'm good, Wanto. Now, what country are you from, sir?
Oh, I'm originally from Liberia. That's West Africa.
Liberia. There you go. I know where it is. Now, where are you now? You're in the UK or are you in the US?
I'm currently in Minnesota, in the
In
US.
Minnesota? You're
Yeah.
in Minnesota. Okay. All right. So, what's on your mind, brother?
Oh, great. I just hopped in. A very interesting conversation tonight, and I found it very, very interesting when it is connected around reparation. And Liberia have a unique history with uh, uh, like basically in terms of the repatriation process that occur very unique history. So it's a very interesting conversation.
Right, right. So how do you feel about reparations for foundational Black Americans?
Yeah, I mean, I think reparation is a very sustained argument that I support wholeheartedly. You know, one thing that I really will find very critical about is, uh, in terms of the chronological time frame that would derive true foundational Black American. That's one thing would really want to be able to know how that timeline can be discussed and derived. But I'm all for reparation.
So what do you disagree with as far as the timeline?
No, I don't disagree, but I just think it might be complicated, especially in terms of setting, in terms of it's just my point is just like how will you analyze the yardstick of timeline that qualify an individual that form within foundational Black American for reparation. Like it's not
Well,
it's
yeah,
not a it's not a
we've
disagreement.
already done that. Hold on, wait, slow down. We've already done that. We basically said anybody who was on the census forms in the 1870 census form. In California, they've gone so far as the 1900 census form, which is a little problematic for me, but
Mhm.
that's doable. But the 1900 census or the 1870 census, if your family is on there, that would qualify you.
All right. Yeah. The reason why I'm saying is beyond just the 19th century, there could also be also basically as a Liberian, you realize also that there are generational, in terms of African American who may have, been part of that. I would say racist policy of reparation, since it did not even justify any essence of repatriating people who are live in a specific location, geographical location for all their life to a continent that they probably will be new to create a new form of life. How will you correspond that very essence of generation with the current timeline?
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying, let me be very clear. What you're saying is that you think some Liberians should get reparations from America as well. Is that what you're saying? Is that where you're
No,
going with it?
no, I don't think like current progressive Liberians uh are not ready in the pipeline for preparation. I'm just trying to understand the complexities of I'm trying to lay out the complexity of how would that people with out of that timeline, but I provide like legitimate argument of to some extent being part of that barrage of generation, or maybe qualification of people that existed that may have been impacted by what
They're
they
not going to
passed.
get nothing. Let's make it real clear. All of that stuff, when it's all, they're not getting nothing. They can't get nothing because if they left at any time or whatever, for whatever reason, whatever circumstances, or that just happens. We as Foundation of Black Americans, we stood here. We had to stay here and make things happen. We had to still deal with the legacy of slavery here. We had to deal with the freedmen's banks being pillaged. So we had to deal with a lot that was based on the legacy of slavery, and we were not allowed. We couldn't leave. There was nowhere to go, and we chose to stay here and remain and fight. So everybody else, for whatever circumstance, they're just not going to be qualified to get anything. These special circumstances do nothing but muddy the waters. Because I've heard people say, well, there were some Haitians who came in the 1800s and they were going back and forth. They're not going to get nothing. If you were in Haiti during the time of the 1870 census, you're not going to get nothing. It don't work like that. If you left, you became another group. If you left here and went to Haiti, you became a Haitian, basically. Because Haitians is basically an amalgamation of people from different places. A foundational Black Americans, we're an amalgamation of indigenous black people from Africa, and unfortunately, some of the European rapists. That's who we're an amalgamation of. So, foundational Black Americans, the people who have stayed here, the people whose names are on those census forms, those are going to be the only people who qualify for reparations. That makes sense?
Sure. Again, like I said, I'm not in disagreement. I just wanted to know what your purview are. Maybe a little clarification that I will be able to provide. I would probably suggest that you could agree to disagree. I don't think I know the idea of the I'm sure you know the ACS that were founded in 1816 in Washington D.C. I don't think people who may have migrated, like especially with the Mayflower, did that out of free will. I think it
Right.
was out of a mandate. Some were forcefully repatriated without their word and freedom of movement and stuff, because it was a policy, and that's the very essence and ethos of the policies, which is to ensure that black people were forcefully migrated back to Africa.
There you go. All right, but thank you so much, brother. Okay, some of the really, I just couldn't catch the gist of what my brother was saying, but he kind of lost me a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. He lost me a little bit, but that's okay. Let's get Brando. Didn't I have you on here last night or the night before, Brando? You one of these white supremacist trolls. Brando, hop on, man.
Hey, I might be an SWS, but I haven't trolled you at all. I'm a
Okay,
big fan.
okay,
My
okay.
question in regards to reparations is if you were to do a Google search right now for gay reparations, you've got all of these heavy hitter publications like Foreign Policy and Time, all mainstream elite publications calling for gay reparations. And
Right.
I wonder what your response to that is, and what your response would be if that started to make some progress, if they started to get somewhere with that.
Oh, they're already getting somewhere with it. Those white LGBT organizations get billions of dollars, man. They're always giving them money. They've been doing that for decades. Um, Obama gave them a lot of money. The Biden administration is giving them money. They get money hand over fist and protections as well. I talked about this the other night about that Matthew Shepard situation where they tried to compare Matthew Shepard to Emmett Till, and that's very disrespectful. Number one, Emmett Till was killed by some white supremacists who never got punished. Matthew Shepard got killed by one of the dudes he was in a sexual relationship with, and it wasn't because he was LGBT, which they keep lying about. He got killed over a drug deal that went bad. It wasn't because of his sexuality. They immediately arrested and charged the people. There was all types of hate crime bills with his name on it. They had to use the James Byrd, the brother who got lynched out there in Texas, to latch on to it to kind of give it some flavor. But what they do with us, they'll latch on another group to black suffering, and then the other group will get compensated, and we don't. So I don't agree with any of these groups getting our tax dollars, and they have not been aggrieved the way we have, and we've never been compensated for it. So, that's my take on that. Now, how do you now let me ask you this as a white male, how do you feel about the white LGBT movement, because that affects children in your community too. How do you feel about that movement infiltrating all facets of our society?
I'm furious, and it's one of those things where in 2011 I bought into the marketing and the hype of that, where I thought, oh, love is love. And that's all they were saying. It was almost like Disney. It was like a Disney picture. Love is love. Let us get married. And now, they're sending degenerates to the schools dressed as women.
Yeah,
And they proved that the slippery slope isn't a fallacy, because
right.
if they were still fighting for marriage rights, they'd be on their best behavior. It would be gay activists preventing the drag queens from going near kids. But now that they got just a little bit of a sliver, they want to take it all.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's disgusting when they bring those people around kids and have these drag strip shows around these kids. That is utterly disgusting. And I will never co-sign that. And I will not let them punk us into co-signing that. But anyway, Brando, but thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
All right, and
Oh, no, you were saying something else, but I'd already pushed the button. All right, let's get some more people in here. Let's get who's this person? African Queendom. All right, let's get African Queendom in here. African Queendom.
Peace and black love, everybody.
Uh-oh. I know that voice. Oh Lord. I know that
Sorry.
voice. That voice sounds very familiar.
I've
That voice sounds very okay. Anyway, how are you? What's on your mind?
this is my first day on Twitter, but I
No, it's not. No, it's not. But go ahead.
oh well, okay. So I agree with what you were saying about reparations and how groups are trying to hijack it. That's what I think is the government's fault. I think what they do is they create groups like POC or like the LGBT community to like group black people together so they don't have to deal with Black America's issues.
Okay. Now, where are you from?
Africa.
What part of Africa are you from?
I actually don't adhere to European borders, so I believe it's all one land.
Oh no, you don't. What part of Africa are you from, ma'am?
West Africa.
Oh, that's not a West African accent, ma'am. That is an East African accent. And why are you not being honest about where you're from?
I'm actually from West Africa and East Africa, but I did.
That that's not a West African accent, ma'am.
I have a British accent.
Okay. But even the British accent, you can still hear. I've been to Britain before, ma'am. I've heard what the people sound like. I know what
I
West
didn't know
African
you could go
people.
to Britain with a criminal record.
I don't have a criminal record anymore. It was expunged. Yeah.
Good for you.
So I can go. I can go. They won't let me go now because I expose tethers like yourself, but they won't let me go now, but not because of a criminal record, because I expose you tethers.
What is a tether?
That's a person who tries to infiltrate black circles with your little dirty, funky tether ways and undermine us. That's what a tether
Isn't
is.
that racism, Tariq? Because I'm
No,
African.
no, it's not. It's you're a tether. You're a tether. It has nothing to do with your race. It has something to do with your attitude, ma'am.
Is it because I am proud of my dark African skin that you're saying that I'm dirty? Like
No,
that's
your
because
ways. You have dirty, funky ways, and um, you have scam artist ways. You know that's a stereotype: scamming and lying and scheming. You can't even be honest about where you're from.
but
And we know
aren't
you're
you
from.
scamming
And
people?
by the way, man, we know you're from Somalia. By the way, but why are you so ashamed of your homeland? Somalia is a beautiful place in certain parts. Why are you so ashamed of that?
I am not ashamed. I'm
Yes,
African.
you are.
I just said I was African. How am I being ashamed of being African?
Well, you didn't want to say where you were from, and you start talking about you don't believe in borders. The hell you don't. Y'all have so many borders and tribal beefs and differences.
I'm
You
not.
don't look
I'm a
at yourself.
Marxist. I don't believe in
Oh
borders.
no, you're not. No, you're not, ma'am. You're not a Marxist. No, you're not. You're over there in Britain, chilling and hiding. You're probably not even in Britain, by the way. You're probably over here in Minnesota somewhere. I don't even think you're in Britain. Aren't you somewhere in Dallas? Somewhere you're smelling like injera and barbecue sauce. Yeah, you're not over. I don't even think you're in Britain. I think you're right over here.
I'm
Aren't
just. I'm on your side, Tariq. I don't know why you're coming and saying where I am. I'm in Britain. I'm in London right
no,
now.
you're not on my side because I don't smell must on my side. But ma'am, you should not be ashamed of where you're from. Yeah, yeah. Somalia is there's some beautiful parts of Somalia. There's some challenges there, but there's still some beautiful parts of your homeland. And God bless the people there. And you should not.
And Detroit is very beautiful as well. I just have to say that Detroit,
Yeah,
Baltimore, beautiful places.
yeah. Yes, it is. Detroit is
Hmm.
fly, and
Yeah.
you're covered in flies. So there's a
And
real big difference
there's
in
crackheads everywhere. Like on
yeah,
every block, there's a crackhead. Like it's
and
crazy.
on and in your homeland, everybody's high off that cat, but that's okay. Y'all
And
chewing cat.
everybody's on crack cocaine like it's 85 in Detroit.
No, they're
Tell
not.
them it's 2022.
No,
Tell them
nobody,
that they need to get with the
no,
times.
ma'am, nobody's
We're
on
smoking
crack,
weed out here.
ma'am. Nobody's on crack. Even though y'all look like crackhead Somalian pirates, that's a little bit something different. But nobody's on crack no more like that. It doesn't work like that. But anywho, she left. I didn't get her out of here. She left. She got upset and left. I guess an Uber call came through, so she had to make a delivery. So she left. Okay, I didn't get her out of here. God bless her. God bless her. Let me see. Let's get some more people in here. All right. Let's get some more folks in here. Let's see. Let's get Will. Let's get Will of E in here. Will of E in here. Will of E. What's up, man? I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. I've actually spoken to you a few times. I hosted the Are There Too Many Black Women in Public Space, and you stopped in for a little while. But I just want to get at, I think we have a common enemy here in the LGBTQ community, and I'd much rather see reparations go to FBA than them.
Okay.
So I was wondering
Right.
if
Now, let's hold on. Wait, let us slow down. I need a refresher, because I was probably in one of your spaces some months back. Now, was it you guys? Some of you guys in the dominant society. You're a white guy, right? You're a
yeah,
white
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Okay. And you guys were kind of low key talking greasy about black women, right?
correct.
Okay. So how do you feel about sisters now? What's your whole beef about black women? What's that about?
I was more or less just there to support my friend, but I guess what it was just we feel as though they could be more tolerable, and we just want to help them achieve
Okay.
that. But my original question was
Tolerable.
about the anti-moist thing. I would like to relaunch the anti-moist campaign. I think it would be important.
Okay, wait, slow down. Okay, you're saying black women should be more tolerable. Tolerable how?
Oh, just less obnoxious, lose weight, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Like the women in your community aren't running around here looking like Honey Boo Boo's mama.
Oh no, they absolutely are, and there's a problem there too.
Yeah.
And you guys are more than welcome to
Let's
start
keep
that
it.
movement. I think.
Okay, let's keep it a buck. Okay, let's don't act like there's a bunch of Kim Kardashians walking around the white community.
No, I'm
So
not.
let's
I'm
not play.
agreeing. I'm saying the white women are just as out of control, and you guys should start
So
that movement.
why don't you focus on the hippo hunky heifers within your community, sir?
Because we
How
don't
come you're
talk
not
to them.
focusing?
We don't like them. We hate them like just as much as everyone else.
Okay, so
Every
you
white
should
nationalist
focus
is
on
dating a
them.
brown girl.
I know this. I know this. So you should focus on the women in your community. The problem starts at home, sir. There's a bunch of hippo heifers in your community that you need
I
to do
know.
something about.
We can't do
Okay,
anything
so
with these bitches. I'm saying you guys are more than welcome to try, but we've already tried.
no,
We think
no, no,
there's
no, 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 no. The Karens in your community, they're more obnoxious than anybody. We can't talk about who's
they
obnoxious. The
absolutely
Karens
are.
in your community, you got to watch out for them.
I agree.
But okay, so who are you? Are you dating an Asian woman? A lot of you guys, you suspected white supremacists like Asian women. Are
I'm
you dating
with
an Asian woman?
I'm with a I guess she's a quarter Latina and then a quarter black.
Oh, okay. Well, almost all Latinas have black in them. That's what makes them a
Yeah.
Latino. That Moorish bloodline. So, how's that relationship working? What if you guys have kids and you have some quarter black kids? Are you going to be cool with that?
Oh, we've got two. I love them.
Oh, you got two kids with her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, you sound like you might have some Latino in you too. Oh, I hear a little
No,
picante in that. No picante. I hear a little picante in that accent, sir. Where's
absolutely
your?
none of that. Yeah, none of that in me. I'm Italian, Irish, and English,
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you come from potato famine, pasta,
and
and
then black. Right?
English muffins. There you go. All right, man. But
Hey,
anyway,
hey, I'm a Moor too, by the way, right? I'm Sicilian, so technically I'm a Moor, right?
yeah. Well, you got some Moorish. You might have some Moorish blood. A lot of the Italians, you guys have that Moorish bloodline. That's why they called you guys Guineas when y'all came here. And Guinea is another word for West African. So yeah, y'all didn't really become white until the 1920s. So yeah.
This is no cap. My grandpa played. They had no other black kids at his school, so being the
Mhm.
only Italian, he was the only person dark enough to play a black kid in a play, and he played during a Juneteenth play. Oddly enough, like a freed slave.
Oh wow, well, that's interesting. Because there was a light skinned kid at my school, and because we didn't have any white kids, and we did a play, and he played a white child molester, and it was phenomenal. He played a white molester because we couldn't find any white kids, and
It's crucial. What are you gonna
he
do?
pulled it off. He pulled it off, and then we got that same white kid to play a serial killer. He played Jeffrey Dahmer. We put a blonde wig on him, and he started eating niggas. So yeah, it
You
was a phenomenal play. Phenomenal
you
play.
just can't. You just can't replace authenticity. It's very important, right?
You can. You really can. You really can. And we should give him a Tony Award for his performance as a white serial killer. But anyway, man. But thank you so much. You have a good one, Will.
You too, brother.
All right. Let's get some more people in here. All right. Okay. Let's get some more folks in here. I won't be on too long. Let me see how many people in here. Golly, we almost got 1,000 people in here. What are y'all doing up this late? I be forgetting. I be on here just chopping it up, and then I see all the people that's in here. We have a lot of people in here tonight. A lot of folks in here tonight. Raise your hand, family. All right. Oh yeah, these white peasants. Shout out to my brother Mikal. Shout out to brother Mikal. What's up, Wani? Shout out to my sister Wani Sparks. I see you, Wani. Where you at? I don't see you going live, Wani. We miss you, Wani. Okay, let's get who's this? Sucker Free Jones. All right, let's get Sucker Free Jones in here. All right. Turn your microphone on. Unmute yourself, Sucker Free Jones.
What up, though?
What's up, family? How are you, man?
All right, what's yourself, brother? Hey, I got kicked out of the A-Rap space, right? Like probably like 30 minutes before I came in here, right?
Are you in Detroit?
No, I'm in the St. Louis area.
Okay, well, how'd you get kicked out? What happened?
Well, I just wanted to ask them a question, and I guess they heard my black voice, and they was like, "I'll get him out of here." They let me in there, but then they heard my voice, they got me out of there. But
Oh, damn.
but look, all I wanted to ask them was, why do y'all cover y'all?
So you faded out, brother. What?
I said, I wanted to ask them, why do they cover their women up?
Yeah.
So you might have some insight on that. That's why I came here. I want to ask.
Okay. All right, brother. I don't know shit. That's kind of way off topic. Okay. All right. Y'all lay off them narcotics. All right. A lot of folks in here. A lot of folks in here chopping it up. Let's get Javelle. I think I had Javelle on last night. Didn't I have you on last night, Javelle, or the night before? Let me get Quincy in here. I get Quincy Doc. I get Quincy. Then I get Christy Love. What's up, Quincy? Yo, Quincy, where you at, man?
There you go. My mic was on. My bad, Flex. My bad. Yeah.
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I've been listening to you since Mac Lessons number 36, like around 06 sometime. I can't even remember.
Oh yeah.
But,
Oh yeah.
but we're good.
Show.
A question. Have you ever done a dedicated episode, not Mac Lessons, but your weekly episode dedicated just chronicling kind of your how you went from being a Pan-Africanist to FBA first, just a one dedicated episode. I know we've done a lot of spaces and a lot of talks between a lot of people in the last couple of years, but just one episode chronicling how you go from Hidden Colors straight to it's all about FBA right now. I think that'd be real important so people could point to like a documented, hey, look, just take a listen to this because this is how a lot of people feel, as far as FBA is going from, we kind of born and raised Pan-African and getting to the point where we at now, that didn't happen out of the blue. And I think a lot of people need to see like the steps it took over time, over the last couple of years, kind of just coming into that epiphany that we need to
Now,
prioritize
look,
ourselves.
look, when you go look at Hidden Colors 1. We did Hidden Colors 1, 2011. That was over a decade
Yeah,
ago.
I got it.
The title of Hidden Colors 1, Hidden Colors 1, The Untold History of People of Aboriginal, African, and Moor Descent. So we cover. Okay, let me. I'm gonna let you, there's a lot of sounds going on, so I'll address you when you are. But thank you for the call. But let me address some of that. So we did Hidden Colors 1. We were talking about Aboriginal people who are Aboriginal here. That's what we're talking about. And if you watch Hidden Colors a decade ago, we were the first major documentary film that went worldwide talking about Black indigenous people in 2011. Nobody was talking about that on a major level. Nobody. Let's be very clear. We're the first people talking about that. Talking about the Black indigenous people here. Then we're talking about the more. See, the Hidden Colors thing, we talked about so much. We covered so many topics. And it's not a pivot. We talked about the global Black family, which we're still a global Black family, but we are also talking about the specific needs of us here, the Aboriginal people, the foundational Black Americans. So I wouldn't even say it's much of a pivot. It's just more of a focus and a prioritization of what we need here. I still got love for Black folks globally. I still do. We're all brothers and sisters globally. I still rock with people, man. If I go to the UK, if they let my ass back, I rock with my brothers and sisters over there. Even if I go to Africa, I'm still cool with African people. I'm hella cool with African people. But I have to prioritize foundational Black Americans and the needs of foundational Black Americans because we have carried way too many people to the point where we're getting worn out. So now I'm just prioritizing foundational Black Americans. Now, let's go back to Hidden Colors. A lot of things from the Hidden Color series, we've touched on so many topics. I take my time out now and just prioritize different topics. For example, in the Hidden Color series, we talked about the Haitian Revolution in passing. And then I said, let me just do a whole film about the Haitian Revolution. In the Hidden Colors film, we touched on buck breaking. I think in Hidden Colors 4, we did about 5-10 minutes talking about buck breaking. Later on, I said I could do a whole movie about that. And that's the great thing about the Hidden Colors series. We hit on so many topics, and we can do whole films off just one individual topic from those films. That's how interesting our history is. So it's not a change up or whatever. We're just focusing on us right now. We're focusing on foundational Black Americans right now. That's what we're focusing on because we are in need of compensatory justice right now. So that's where it is. Christy Love, where are you, dear?
I'm here.
How are you, beloved?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for calling in, dear. What's on your where you calling from, dear?
From Detroit,
There you
Detroit,
go.
Michigan. So that's
Yes.
Somali girl. Watch your mouth.
Yes.
Watch your mouth,
Yes.
sweetheart.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, I just called to say something really quickly. I'm going to take off and land very quick, Tariq.
Okay.
I am amazed how the people who claim to be, we are so educated, we're educated, non FBA, and we do love you, but this is about money.
Yeah.
So why do you, after space after space after space, have to keep explaining to them the FBA thing, the reparations thing? Yet, if you're so educated, you should be able to get this. You should get it. You shouldn't have to call every week. You shouldn't have to ask the same question. I don't understand. What do you mean? It's our government. No, this is not your fight. Either support us or shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
It's that's kind of where I'm at with it. And when I hear some of the comments that people make, it just burns me up because you say that you're educated. You say that you know so much and you're so smart. If you're so smart, maybe we should make a pamphlet for them, like that Haitian girl you were talking to a couple
Yeah.
of weeks, whoever that girl was, how to do when you come to America. Maybe we should make a pamphlet for them about what's going to happen when reparations come in for FBA.
Yeah.
Here's the pamphlet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You don't get nothing. We're going to get this. You have a seat. Go deal with England. Period. So,
Man,
anyway.
thank you so much, beloved. Great points. Listen, when people sit up here and talk about they don't understand with FBA, that's all cap. Listen, you guys have sat here. I've sat here. We've explained this thing ad nauseum. We've explained this over and over. We've articulated it so clearly, so slowly, so meticulously. They understand exactly what it is. They know what a foundational Black American is. They're not dumb. They're playing dumb. Yes, they claim to be educated, but then they start playing dumb when it's convenient. They know what it is. Even when we were sitting up here propping them up, they knew that we were a specific group. That's why many of these groups and from all of these other places. That's why they have all of these janky little terms specifically for us. They know that we're a specific group. That's why they got the terms like a kata and jarir and a bead and all of this stuff. Those terms that are being used to denigrate us. They've always looked at us as a separate group, but we're all in this together when it's something that they can get out of it. Now that we are circling the wagons around our lineage, they see, well, shit, we can't get none out of this. And if they can't get none out of it, they'll undermine it. It's like scorched earth. If we can't benefit off you niggas, why should we let you eat by yourself? We'll blow up your spot. That's the mentality that so many people have. This is why we should check them. Don't be ashamed to check people for having that destructive ass mentality. People are so used to us riding for them and getting things done for them, not just over here. I'm talking about globally. When you look at a lot of freedom movements and independent movements around the world involving Black people, do you know how involved we are in that? In many of the movements in Africa, that was us over there, going over there, lighting the fire, getting everybody crunk and riled up to step to the white supremacist colonialist. That was us, man. You look at some of those movements, take a good look at some of those movements over there. It was foundational Black Americans going all over Africa, and they were warning Britain and all of these other nations were saying to the U.S., "Hey, man, don't send them those niggas over. Don't send them over here to our colonies. They get our people too riled up. We can't keep. Don't send those Black Americans over there. They start turning up, and then it gets contagious, and then people want to turn up. When they send us somewhere, we have a tendency of lighting fire under people's asses. Even over in Asia, and I always talk about David Fagan, the foundational Black American brother out of Florida. He was in the war with the Philippines when they sent the U.S. troops over there to fight the Philippines, to fight the Filipinos. That brother went over there and defected from the U.S. Army and then taught the Filipinos guerrilla warfare because he saw the U.S. government was about to genocide everybody. That brother stopped the genocide. He said, I can't let this happen. And they were calling it the nigger war. They were calling the Filipinos niggers because the original Filipinos are darker than us. The Ainu people and all of those people, the Ayeta people over there, these people are jet black over there. Some of the original Filipinos up in the mountains, in the hills, in the jungles over there, jet black people. The Negritos, look it up. There's pictures of them. And I've been over there to certain parts of Asia with some of those old Asian tribes looking like African tribes. I'm telling you what I know. I've been up there in their huts with them, holding their kids, sitting up there looking at them. They looking at me like, nigga, you my cousin? You understand? Jet black people. It was our brother David Fagan who went over there, taught them guerrilla warfare. They had to change the caliber of guns because of that brother over there teaching them how to protect themselves from the white supremacists. We start riling people up. We help people all over the world. We get their movements going. In the apartheid movement in South Africa, fighting against that. That was foundational Black Americans turning up, saying, hey, that can't go on. Y'all beating up people over there in South Africa. We're not going to sit by and let that happen. Some of our superstars, Black entertainers, said, hey, we're not going to go over there and play your venues if you do that type of stuff. And we brought international attention to that. You understand? We've always been in the forefront of these movements, helping other groups. And they had to say, hey, stop sending them foundational Black Americans over to these places. They're riling the Blacks up. There's a reason why I'm banned from the UK now. They will not let me go to the UK, not because I have a criminal record, not because of any organization that I'm in, because I'm not in an organization. They just feel like I rile the Black people up too much. Because when I go over there, they give me all types of access to the media over there. When I'm in the UK, they give me a red carpet to all the media outlets there. And y'all know I go in. Y'all can look at clips of me. I was on BBC, RT, all of the media outlets. The media outlets are relatively liberal, just like over here. Over here, the media is fairly liberal, but the political structure is more conservative to a certain degree. The political structure is more conservative over there, and the media is pretty liberal. Like when I go over there, I get to talking about white supremacy, and they let me go on and on and on. I be going in. I be waiting on them to cut to a commercial. I'm like, oh, y'all letting me spit? Oh, cool. Like over here in the U.S. press, when I start talking about white supremacy, they cut my ass off quick and go to a commercial break. When I'm on Fox News and I start talking about white supremacy, I be talking, then all of a sudden I hear something in my earpiece. Okay, you have a nice day, Tariq. We're done. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know y'all cut me off. You see? But we've always been in the forefront of these movements as foundational Black Americans. Let me get some more people in here. Let me get some more folks in here. Shout out to all the family that's tuning in tonight. How many people we got in? Okay, we still got a lot of people, almost 1,000 folks in here. Oh man. Okay. Okay, this is the Middle Eastern wannabe white supremacist. All right. Right here, this is the Middle Eastern white supremacist wannabe. What's up, Wakang? Hop on. All right. And we don't want any homoeroticism going
What's
on. All
up,
right.
my
None of your
FBA
homo.
brother?
All right. What's going on, my Middle Eastern brother? What's happening
You
with
know,
you?
I'm actually thinking of running for governor, you know.
A word?
Yeah, I got inspired by my
What,
brother Marcel, you feel me? Black love.
what's your platform going to be?
You know, it's gonna be like FBA based, you feel me? Free weed, you know, cancel child support, you know, free oxygen tanks. Make sure we don't have another George Floyd case, you know, rest up, brother. You feel me?
Yes, indeed, and also free Febreze for your musty burkas.
We need
All
a
right,
lot
how
of
about
Febreze.
there you go? That's what we need. All right, Febreze your musty ass burka. You ain't even white. Stop it. All right, let's get some more folks in here. All right, let's see who we have in here. A lot of folks in here tonight. Let's get who is this? Hold on. Let me see. Let's get Jackson in here. All right, we'll get Jackson. And some of y'all raise your hand when y'all ready to get on. I can hear you, Jackson. How are you, sir?
Good, brother. I finally got a chance to ask you. I wanted to ask you last time, but at any rate, I have a 6 and a 4-year-old, and I know what I get out of your documentary series is. When do you think is a good time to like put them on? You know, I want to bring it to them, but I don't want it to go over their heads. You know, they still kids.
Right. Okay. Wait, wait,
Whoa,
wait,
what the hell is that?
wait. Hold on. We got a white. There's a white supremacist. His bussy.
Yeah, these
But
cats are out of control.
yeah, yeah. There's a white supremacist right now. He's getting fondled. But yeah, I would say let them watch the Hidden Colors 1 through 4. Very, very clean. Very, very
Okay.
clean movies. 5 is a little more adult
Mhm.
themed. There's some in there. Buck breaking, I would not recommend buck breaking until they're much older. 1804 is a good one. Those are pretty clean. But yeah, they will like those. 1 through 4, that's perfect for children.
Word.
Buck breaking, I would say no, that's definitely not child appropriate. But and also you guys can get the movie Hidden Colors at hiddencolorsfilm.com and buckbreakingmovie.com. Now, this new movie about the Maroons, American Maroon, that one you can watch with the family. I wanted to make sure that was going to be a family friendly one. Buckbreaking, just because the subject matter is so deep, the nature of the subject matter, we just couldn't make it kid friendly. I was going to try to my best to make it PG-13 at least, try to, but I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna have to tell it in show and just break it all the way down because this is some serious stuff here. All right, let's get who we got here. A lot of folks in here. Okay, we got a couple of white supremacists in here. I think I had you on the other day. Um, FBA Mo. I think I had you on here the other day, right? FBA Mo.
Yeah, I'm FBA. What's up?
Yeah. So what part of Europe are you from?
Hey, listen, I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Like my birthday's coming up. I just want to buck break you.
Well, there you go. I knew it was some white supremacist homoeroticism.
Nah, dude,
Um,
I'm FBA. I ain't white.
no, you're not. No, no, you're not. No,
Mm-hmm.
you're not.
Yes, I am.
No,
Check
no, you're not.
check the lineage.
I am checking the lineage. I am checking the lineage, sir. FBA stands for a funky blonde Aryan. That's what you are. You're a funky blonde Aryan. You're an Aryan white supremacist. So let me ask you this, funky blonde Aryan. What do you think about reparations? In a real way. What do you think about
You're
reparations?
goddamn right. I'm a fucking funky blonde Aryan. All right.
Calm down. We don't want to get your mayonnaise blood pressure up. So how do you feel about reparations, funky?
I'm a male monkey though, Tariq. Come on, you know this.
I know you are. So how do you feel about reparations, funky blonde Aryan?
It depends. If we're dishing them out to you, I don't mind. But if we're dishing them out to the Jews, then I'm gonna get fucking heated.
Now, why do you have a problem with Jews? What's wrong with Jews?
Where do I begin? Tariq, come on. You're based.
I don't know what that means. What's your problem with Jewish people? What did they do to you?
They're pitting us against each other, Tariq. I wanna be closer to my FBA brothers, and they're in the way.
So, so a Jewish person is making you a white supremacist. They're making you an anti-black racist.
Unfortunately, yes.
So what did they put some little mayonnaise computer chips in that brain of yours and just
Well,
make
they actually put some light mayonnaise, and I want the real thing. And I was
there
really
you
pissed off on that. See,
and you're a white man with a janky phone and your whiteness ain't really working out for you. How you
man, I
white?
got the iPhone 13. I'm a foundational Black American. I got the real shit. All
You,
right.
you're sitting up there in a trailer with an iPhone 1 and your phone is janky. Your whiteness is not working for you. Come on, man. You got to make your whiteness work for you. You got to do better than that, man. You're sitting in a trailer park with a meth pipe, your phone is janky, headlights is crawling all over you. You got to do better, funky blonde Aryan. Come on, man. Make your
Hey,
whiteness work for you.
hey,
You're
hey,
letting your
Tariq.
ancestors.
Hey, Tariq. I don't want to abuse my power too much. All right. Like I'm a white man. I already have all the advantages in the world. Tariq, come on, come on. Like I'm.
Yes, you do. And you're squandering your advantages in that trailer home, sir. Come on. Let's get it together. Use your
I
whiteness
know.
to
What
upgrade.
what should I do, Tariq? How should I get my life back in order?
That what you have to do. This is what you have to do. You got to
Let's
put
hear
the
it. Let's hear it,
yeah, you
buddy.
got to put that meth pipe down. You got to get
It's
off
all right.
four and you got to get off 4chan. Our white supremacists love 4chan. That's like the white supremacist loser headquarters.
I don't
Um,
know if I can. I don't know if I can give up 4chan. I can give up the meth pipe, but 4chan that's a little bit of a reach.
okay, and also you're gonna have to take you a nice, good alcoholic bath. You got to put some alcohol in that bath water, get that lice and that wet dog smell off you. Get a nice suit and get out here and be productive, and also fight for reparations for foundational Black Americans. See, when you
Well, I'm already
repair,
doing that. I do that every day. Tariq, come on. I'm FBA.
well, see, when a funky blonde area doesn't count. When you repair the damage done to Black society, that's going to repair America. That will cleanse the soul of the country when you do the right thing, and you'll be all right. Doing the right thing for foundational Black Americans will help you. You understand that?
No, I understand. That's why I'm asking you for advice. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you
That's
good.
very enlightening.
My man. All right, man. You have a good night with your cousin in bed with you. All
Yeah,
right.
you
All right. Let's see who else we got with the upset white supremacist mad because I told him about himself. He understands that his whiteness is the only thing he can get out of bed for, and that ain't even working for him. Sitting up there with a raggedy ass phone. All right. Let's see. Let's get your hand out my pocket. Let's get your hand off my pocket in here. What's going on? Turn your microphone on, brother.
You talking to me, brother?
Yes, brother. You requested to get on. What's on your mind, man?
Sorry, brother. Yeah, I want to ask you about the.
You didn't mean to get on, did you? You didn't mean to get on, did
I
you?
did, but I wasn't keeping count of who you were going, when I was next, and all that other stuff. But I do have a.
There you go. So what's on your mind, brother?
Okay, so I want to deal with the trolls that you get. You know, what I mean, it doesn't seem dramatic, but it's strange. You get a lot of trolls, you get a lot of tethers, you get a lot of different entities that try to, keep you off the bar, so to speak. So they kind of want you to kind of, make fun of people for a little while, and if you making fun of people for a little while, you're not coming up with tangible stuff for us to, build upon and come up with great things for us to do. Do you think it's deliberate, or it's just, you just par for the course?
No, that's what they do. That's the name of the game is for them to try to waste time. That's what the white supremacist trolls try to do. They use time wasting as a weapon. And what I do, I show black people how to deal with them so they don't waste too much of your time, so that we don't have real serious discussions with them. You just kind of um, engage them in jest, roast them a little bit, and get them out of here, and then we get right back on topic. I show black people how to do that instead of just dragging it out with these guys, trying to have some kind of serious discourse with them. Because a lot of times we try to get into serious conversations with people who are basically white supremacist trolls and also tethers too. They try to come in the mix, like the girl who called up here earlier talking about she's black and she wants this for black folks. And I knew she was one of these tether trolls. So I didn't let her waste time. See, that's very important that we understand who the tether trolls are. And when people are engaging us in good faith or bad faith, because a lot of these trolls, they'll pretend to be serious and they'll engage us in bad faith arguments. And if we know what to listen for, we can get them out the paint so we don't waste valuable time with them. But anyway, man, thank you for the call, brother. Yeah, so that's why we identify them. We get them in here. So when we're in these rooms, and I want y'all to see some of their profiles, see who they are, see what kind of pictures they use, see the kind of names they use. Notice a lot of them will try to pretend to be FBA. A lot of these folks love pretending to be foundational Black Americans. They're trying to get on our wave real heavy. So we have to cut that stuff off. See, the problem is, like I said before, the FBA designation is something that you can't really remix. And a lot of people who are non FBA, they got a problem with that because they can remix all of these other terms. They can remix African American, they can remix Black American, they can remix um, descendants of slaves because they can say, well, I was a slave in the Caribbean. They can remix a lot of stuff, but you cannot remix foundational Black American. You can even remix Indian. There's a lot of black folks who say, well, I'm an Indian. Well, shit, white folks claim Indian all the time, don't have one drop of Native American blood in them. You got so many fake $5 Indians out here. So the term Indian has been co opted so much that can mean anything. That's why that's not a cool term to use. We're foundational Black Americans, dude. You can't remix that. That's lock solid. And when we start talking about what's going to be done for foundational Black Americans, that alleviates all these other groups. That's what they got a problem with. And we shouldn't even trip on that. That's just what it is. All right, let me get one more call because I'm not going to be on here too late. I just wanted to chime in and check in with the family. Let's see. Y'all raise your hand if you want to get on. Let's make it a good call. Let's get one more person in here. Let's make it a good call here. Raise your hand. Okay, raise that hand. Raise that hand. Let's get who's this person here? Let's get Lear. All right, now Lear, based on this picture, he might be a suspected white supremacist. Lear, this is an example of what I'm talking about. Lear.
Yeah, what's up, Tariq? How you doing?
Yep. All right. So Lear, you're one of these suspected white supremacists. Where are you from?
I'm from LA. Remember, I talked to you last time. I was pretty rude, and I wanted to apologize about that. I actually had a question regarding reparations.
Now you are a white Latino, right?
No, I'm not Latino at all.
You're white and what? What's your ethnic group?
Yeah, I'm an Anglo-Saxon.
Okay, you're not Anglo-Saxon. I can hear like an Armenian type of thing. I hear some ethnic flavoring in your voice. So you're not an Anglo-Saxon. You're not. I can tell.
Oh, well, I am Armenian. That's pretty rude. But so that actually does tie into what I had a question about. I was actually
Go
looking
ahead.
at my lineage, and somewhere along my family tree, there actually is a black person in my family. So Does that mean that I qualify for reparations?
Well, where's the black person in the family?
Is one of my grandpas. What do you mean? Like great great grandpas, obviously.
No, it couldn't be a great great grandpa because you're an immigrant. You come from an immigrant background, so you wouldn't have a great great grandfather who's
No,
black.
I'm not an immigrant. Actually, my family's been here since the 1600s.
No, they haven't, sir. No, they have not.
How
They,
are you gonna tell me that? Like,
I
what's
can
your
tell.
basis?
I can tell because you white supremacists love lying. They
Dude, just
probably
check the 18660
no,
fucking
no, no, no. They're
registration
not.
or whatever.
No, they,
Yeah, my
no, they
grandpa's
didn't.
on there, dude. He's FBA.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I can again. I can hear you. You sound Armenian. You probably got a big ass like the Kardashians. Okay, you sound Armenian. Okay, so
What does
you're
an
lying. You're
Armenian
lying.
sound like?
Yeah, you just sounded. I know Armenians. I live out here in LA, and I know what Armenians sound like. And I have Armenian friends. You sound like an Armenian.
So are you
You-
saying mulattoes don't get reparations?
sir, now you're claiming to be mulatto, so you're all over the place. So
Yeah, I
no,
got black family. It's in
no,
me.
you don't. No, you don't.
I'm a
No, you
foundational black
no, you
American.
don't. Oh, no, you're not. No,
Yes,
you're
I
not.
am. It's
You're,
literally in my genetics. I took the
yeah,
23andMe.
yeah. FBA stands for Fat Booty Armenian. That's what you are. A fat booty Armenian, just like the Kardashians. So get
Is
out of
that
here.
what you are then?
No, no, no. Get out of here, fat booty Armenian. Oh, don't try to tether off of FBA. You can't do that. You're not going to tether off FBA. You're wide hip Armenian. Anywho, let me get off here. Family, y'all look up in the jumbotron. We got the movie American Maroon popping. We only got 7 days to get to the goal. If you guys want to get involved with the film, click that link above for the film American Maroon. This is a very important film for foundation of Black American history. If you guys get involved, that would be much appreciated, family. Anyway, guys, I think we had a fairly constructive conversation tonight. Much respect to you guys. I'll check in with you probably tomorrow. But again, I bid you a farewell. Papi Akute and Lolo Vuve to the family. Y'all be good.